Okay, so first we will start with so what are the two types of index so far you have learned?
Hmm?
What are the two types of index you have learned so far?
Price index and composite index.
Yeah, good. So today we will be relating these two index with another two chapters that I found that is quite useful. So it can help you to improve the understanding. So one of it is ratios, rate, and proportions, and another one will be your maths form four mean formula. So this is the question I did can see, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so first this is coming from Form 1 Maths, okay? Ratios, rates, and proportions chapter.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see how we can relate this to our price index. So as the question says, Incheck grocery chooses a shirt from a rack which displays 45% reduction. So you can see this is a common term we use in price index, right?
Yeah.
Decrease 45%. So what will be the resultant index?
100 minus 45.
Yeah, correct. So 55.
Oh.
Hmm. Same thing. So the original price is 85 they already gave here. And then when he scan the tag, the price is 57.80. So now the question is asking whether this discount here is valid or not to what is displayed. So we are using the concept of ratios and proportions here. So we'll make something an equation here equals to an equation here. So it's two things.
Mm-hmm.
So I just like the second question I'm coming here. So this one can you try to do or not? Just try that one. Wait, let me tell first. So I give a hint question. This is this ratio here will be the two prices, and the ratio here will be the percentage. So this is the hint.
The answer is in ratio.
No, they asked to find wait, must give the answer in percentage.
Oh.
Because they ask determine whether this one is
Mm-hmm.
correspond to your answer or not that you find from here. So you can assume like a variable let x equals one of the percentage, and then you divide by another percentage and equals to this price and this price fraction.
Mm. Oh yeah. The
Mm.
plus.
Later you just type in the chat box.
Yeah. Skip.
After
Mm.
you get the percentage, you can give a conclusion that from this percentage and compared to this percentage, see whether it's less, more, or equal.
Mm-hmm.
Because they ask you to give a reason for your answer. So first you determine, then you will tell the reason.
Wait, what's that? The 57.50 cents. What?
0.80.
1.80.
Remember, don't use this value when you put inside here, because this one is the final one we will compare with the answer you get here.
Mm.
So actually, this one, the original price also tells you information of the percentage here. Down here, what is the percentage?
How?
So that's how you get it. So what you think is the percentage of original price?
53,
Huh?
53,
T3?
53
Oh no, this one is percentage, not the price.
percentage.
What is the price you use as base year always? The
100.
100, right? So that is actually this one. Because it's original price. Original means always 100% because there's no discount given yet. So that's the same
Mm.
concept we are using in price index. Original price. So then you see this one here they give right 85. So we put it down here so that it matches percentage to price ratio. Because we are comparing two things now.
Mm-hmm.
So and also it's directly proportional. If you see higher more percentage discount, they give you the lower the price. Inversely proportional. So then you see now you must take assume this as a variable x. So then x you get the one that is scanned here 5780 like this.
Mm-hmm.
So I
Then
think
find
that's
X.
all for the so you get x equals 68% or not?
Uh, yes, 68.
68, huh?
Yeah.
So actually you can notice here, right? Actually there's a faster method so you don't need to cross multiply like this, right? Like how I did here.
Wait, no,
You
lah, I
take
did straight like
you take
uh,
85 divide by 5780.
10 times 100.
Yeah, that's also the same thing, lah. 1.7 and then 100 also you divide this value you get and then you get x is 68 exact.
Mm.
So that's the same thing like you said lot times. So that is how you solve for ratios, weights and proportions. So if index number here I just included an extra year 2015, 16, 17, 18. But the question don't ask like this. Maximum is 3 years only. They will ask to compare. But this one since I want to make it to four quantities like this, so I had to use 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the assumption that I had to make. Price indices during year 2018 base 2015 and 2017 base 2016 are the same. So can you create an equation that represents this? Use the
Mm.
symbols that I taught you.
Make equation.
This one, price indices during year 2018 base 2015 and year 2017 base 2016 are the same.
Okay. What's the 2018?
Hmm?
The 2018 number.
You mean the price?
Yeah.
That one you don't need to know yet. First form the equation first, then only you put the values inside.
2018
Mm.
over
Mm.
the what's that?
2015
Yeah, then the
equal
15
to
equal to
these 2 years.
yeah.
So usually you will write like this, right? I 2018 over
Mm-hmm.
2015 will equal to I 2017 based on 2016 because we are talking about price indices here, not composite index. So we don't have this small line on top here.
Yeah.
Remember that one. So it's just an I. And then we use the formula. This one is talking about price. So we'll use P1 over PO times 100 equals to another P1 over PO times 100.
Mm-hmm.
So here you notice 100, you bring over, you cancel off already, nothing. So it comes back to the same thing, you see? Exactly
Oh,
the same. So that's what I'm trying to relate here. So P2018 they gave already 1190, and
yeah.
then P2015 is 980.
Mine.
Yeah. So it's equal to P2017. That's the question. So you can always, when you do this, make an assumption because suddenly they will put an X here, the teacher won't know what you're actually trying to mean because suddenly you put a value like that. Then so you put let X equals price in year 2017 and then over with 2016, 10, 20. So again,
Mm-hmm.
the same ratio method I taught you. Then you can find X
Yes.
already. Type your answer in the chat box.
What's that? 1020?
Hmm?
The X below the X.
10, 20, yeah. But sometimes calculator skills are also important in this chapter because you're involving many numbers. So sometimes you can make a mistake also. So I have to check whether you can key in all the info correctly. Found already?
Oh,
Type in the chat box once you get X.
see. This one. Is it this one? That's
Yeah. So you just have to round off line. Price usually you don't. This one is price, right? Yeah. So price you just give in two decimal place enough already. You don't need to take till three decimal place. Yeah. So just give RM 12.39. Yeah. So this is the concept we are talking about. So we are
mm-hmm.
relating here. The only difference is we are relating percentage to price. Here we are relating all about price, both sides. So yeah, that's the thing. This is about the price index sample question. So maybe you can understand better from here when I compare it with another chapter. So
Mm-hmm.
hope it helps. So next I will do on composite index. So that one you have learned already just from four measures of dispersion for ungrouped data. Mean.
Mean.
Yeah. Same formula only. So always when you find variance and standard deviation, you always need the mean value, right? Because mean is in the formula of variance and standard deviation. So I
Mm-hmm.
think usually you know how to find the mean for cell data because it's required in the further calculations in the chapter. And also this chapter also gives like tables, like how you see in Form 4 chapter, Form 4 chapter 10 at Maths. Okay, so this is the question. Just calculate the mean, then you can type the answer in the chat box. If you know how to calculate this, that means definitely you know how to calculate composite index already, because it's the same thing. Only thing that composite index is probably a bigger value on top there to get at least above 100. But that one is just number. The concept is still the same.
Mhm.
I think this one you can use calculator. You don't need to write down in the book or what. Straight away use calculator and key in everything and get the answer.
Wait, what's that one? The above and the below.
Uh,
The name, the nugget.
number of books and number of pupils.
Or number of books.
That one you don't need to know. Just look at the values only. So in your maths textbook, you will see this formula, sum of x over n. So that is what you use to solve this question.
See,
Type in the chat box.
is that one?
For slight variation, I got slightly higher than that. Check your calculator again.
Yeah, I take the number of books and times the below one.
Times which one? The number of pupils, right?
Yeah,
Then should be correct. What you divided with?
divided by the total, the below one. 3 plus 5 plus
That
8.
should be okay. What? You typed wrongly. 0 plus 5 plus 16 plus 8 plus 8.
22, right?
Wait, 13, 16. The bottom is 20, not 22.
Okay.
4, 12, 17, 20.
35 divided 20. 1.75.
Yeah, correct. So the one you saw wrongly, is it the bottom value?
Yeah.
Okay, that one. So this is how you solve. You multiply everything, and then sometimes don't get confused on top here. Don't take this value instead. Sometimes people might make mistake by taking the number of books, because number of books is actually the thing we want to investigate. The number of pupils is actually the frequency. So always remember, put the frequency down here. Or in twice index, we call it weightage.
Yeah.
Or don't take this one, then you'll get different answer. So you bagi with 20, and then this is
35.
one. How much?
35.
Okay. So you get 25 or what?
35. 30.
25. Okay, you get 1.75. Okay, so this is the sample for composite index for and I relate it with Form 4 Maths Chapter 8. And then this also you will be having in your Form 5. It's Chapter 7, Measures of Dispersion for Group Data. This is ungroup.
Mm.
So that is also the same thing. Like you'll be applying the same formulas, mean, variance, standard deviation. So make sure you master the mean so that can indirectly help you in admits Form 4 Chapter 10
Mm-hmm.
in weightage. So now I will do the question for weightage, the real one that we studied now. This question I gave graph also to see whether you can get the weightage from the graph. I mean bar chart, not graph. I simply put your name in this question, huh? Hmm. I just highlight it so that you notice. So usually always remember in composite index you'll be dealing with 4 items always when you find the composite index for a year based on another year. You can see down here, right? This is the question here.
Yeah.
Okay. So this one also you will just times everything, divide everything, and then you can get the answer. Same
Okay.
concept. So when you get the answer, type in the chat box. Make sure also you try to speed up along these sessions so that you can have time to answer this question because this is in section C paper 2 at math. So it's the last question you'll be going to. So make sure
Oh,
you have time for this because this is an easy one for you to get 10 marks.
okay, I do this first.
Sometimes, yeah, you can also. Depends on you see every question, section A, B, and C, and then see which question that gives you the confidence the most to get the marks. Then you start with it.
Mm,
Because if you start with the chapter you're confident at, even the ones you're not confident at the back, you can still do. But if you
okay.
start the other way around, you already lose confidence. And this easy one, which you already had confidence, also you cannot do. So that's the thing. So try starting with this. You'll always be there. Surely this will be in
Okay.
section 3 always. Don't confuse the values because you're dealing with 4 items.
So,
Type inside the chat box when you get it. Let me check. Okay, good. Yeah, correct. So based on what I recorded, you took 1 minute 46 seconds. So slowly try to speed up slightly, lah,
okay.
but already okay.
Mm-hmm.
As long as you can divide it equally for your section C questions, because it's only 2 questions for section C. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, 2 out of 4. So I think can as long as maybe you take 10 minutes for this, if you can, for one whole price index question. That
Mm-hmm.
section C total will be 20 minutes. Then you should be able to finish already.
Alright.
Spend more time on section A questions.
Okay.
So yeah, I think the working you already know, so I don't think I have to show lah. Then it's
Yeah.
okay. Okay, so now I actually made 10 objective questions on this chapter. So if you, all these 10 objective questions you already can answer means you already mastered chapter 10 already. Just 10 only. So I'll give
Okay.
the question and answers. Then you just choose one, which is the correct answer.
Mm-hmm.
So this first question will test you on what is reference here, or what is also called base here. So if you know that, then definitely you can answer this question already.
Oh.
Don't look at the whole question and try to analyze the info. Just look at the part, the last sentence before I ask the question, so that you won't get tricked by the earlier
Oh.
info. And also don't get scared for questions in advanced, especially in chapter 3 form 4. The question will be very long, like one whole page, because it's two languages, remember. So when you see a long question, don't get scared and panic, because the longer the question, the more info you have to solve. The shorter the question, the harder it is.
Mm.
Okay, so you can try now. All the options here are possible ones you can get wrong, just not I simply put numbers there.
Mhm.
Type in the chat box once you get it. Don't look at the first sentence, remember. See the second sentence only. That's where the answer is coming from.
Okay.
There's no formula here. Don't try to use any price index formula or quantity index. Just normal plus only. From the
Oh,
base here, you plus the percentage, you get an answer. Because they didn't give you a symbol of RM here, so we're not talking of price of item. We're just really talking about the index.
it's 800.
Type your answer in chat box A, B, C, D. Okay, so you say B, yeah? So let's see. So they said given that the price of a toy decreases by 15% from the year 2015 to 2016. So this one you can just omit it. It's not giving you any info here because the question asks 2017 to 2018. So they
Mm-hmm.
say 2017 as the reference year. So always when they say reference year, first thing comes to your mind is 100. Always the same number, like in percentage 100. So they said what is the price index of the in the year 2018. So remember they're asking 2018, not in 2017. So they said there is a 10% increase from the year 2017 to 2018. So if you take 100, what does that price index represent? 2017 or 2018?
2017.
Yeah, so that's why I don't get tricked by the question. So I put here B. So it cannot be the answer. So what should be
So
the
that's C. C.
yeah, correct. So always remember this one. Because the question sometimes they will give in the form of sentence like this. So don't get tricked by the question in the section C. So always interpret it step by step. So that's the first type of question. Second one is also about reference here. So you can try again. Maybe now you'll
Okay.
understand better.
Oh.
This time I'm playing with the price already. I'm not talking about the index.
Okay.
So don't this one also actually you don't need the formula yet. Again, you see it's a lengthy sentence, but the clue is in the last sentence. Don't get tricked when they say composite index in the question. It's the same thing. Remember the earlier lesson I told you composite index is actually the same formula as the price index. So that
Hmm.
shouldn't change your understanding on this concept. Okay. So you put your answer in the chat box.
Wait, that's the what, light.
Huh?
The got light there. I can't see.
None is just I'm highlighting composite index. Don't get confused with it's the
The
same
the
thing.
words I
Right?
can't see.
Huh?
Yeah, send you. There the light. I can't see.
Mm. This one is actually a direct answer. You don't need calculator. So got already?
Hmm?
Got already the answer?
Can't see the light. Can't see.
Which part you cannot see?
The one I sent to you. You see?
Oh, where you send none also?
What's up? What's up?
Oh, you mean the question I wrote there lah?
Yeah,
Wait.
the reflection, the light.
Oh, just that light part, huh?
Yeah,
Actually, that first sentence you don't need also.
don't need.
No need. I think it's this one.
Oh,
Just look at the one the word below it by assuming part. That one I just give to trick you only. See whether you use the price index formula to find out the index or not.
but assuming year 2015 as the can't see
Which one? As the base year.
space year.
Yeah. All this whole question talking about base year only.
Okay.
Got the answer?
No.
Just put anything there in the chat box. You have 1 in the 3 chance to get it right.
See.
Type in the chat box. Okay, so how you actually got C?
Guess.
Hmm?
Just guess.
Okay, so okay, let's say you guessed it, huh? So let's talk based on logic. If we don't know anything about this chapter and we guess a value like that, so you see they said increases from 580 in year 2015 to 630 in year 2016. So definitely the price index in 2016 will be higher than 2015, right?
Yeah.
So that one we know. So let's see. So usually you get price index here is above 100, right? 100
Mm-hmm.
plus in 2016 because it increased, right? Usually it's like that.
So 2015 is lower.
Yeah. It's like if you choose 92.06, it doesn't
It's
make
alright.
sense because it's showing a decrease from the base index, which is 100.
Mm-hmm.
Base is always 100. So always if you say that 2015 is a decrease already, that should be a further year above what you mean closer to 2016. Then you can say probably from here it decreased to 92.06 in 2017, let's say. But here we are comparing only 2015 to 2016. So always remember 2015 should start with 100. It cannot be any other value. If I say this is the base here, this is the assumption. So yeah, because you can't suddenly go from 92.06 to suddenly you put here as 100, right? It doesn't
Mm-hmm.
make sense. It's like from
What's
nowhere
what's
coming.
the what's the real answer?
Huh?
What's the real answer?
Hey, 100.
It's the base year.
Yeah. There you see, I said by assuming year 2015 as base year, what is the composite index in
Uh,
2015? Just like that. That's the answer. I'm not need to calculate anything also. So always about base year, remember 100 in the question.
nice.
A question won't ask like this, lah. I'm just telling so that you can predict a future value. Let's say 2016, they say increase 20%, increase 10%, right? So how you determine the index of 2016 value is actually coming from this understanding. The previous year is 100. Then only you know what to plus 10 what, and get 110. So that's why I created this question to see whether you know or not. Always remember when they say base year is 100 always, no matter what year. As long as it's an earlier year from the year given the question. Okay?
Okay.
Mm. Once you do more exercises, you'll be more familiar how to identify which year is the base year and the next year, compare it with the next year. So this third one is already going into the formulas already. So this one is about price index formula. This one we are only playing 2 years, remember?
Mm-hmm.
Here also there is a tweak. I didn't give you directly the value in the next year. So you have to interpret the price in the next year, then only you find the price index in the end. Good. This one has four options.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So remember use the price index formula to solve this.
Okay.
And don't get tricked by this value. Don't use this value in the formula. Look carefully the question. This one you must read every sentence. Don't neglect any sentence. If you look generally, right, this question, what two answers can be out directly already?
Mm, the A and C.
Very good. Means you understand already this part. So this part, when they say increase, these two cannot already. So now you apply the formula and find either B or D.
Okay.
Put in the chat box the answer.
Okay. Is there info there near the 30 cents
Like
there?
increase by, is it that part?
No, the beside right hand side.
Uh, until the year 2007.
Oh,
Yeah, try switching off the lights together can. Better now.
yes.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
Don't also always have the misconception that price index is a whole number and can be in decimals also.
Wait, I get 133.
How much?
133.
What value you use? What show you're working?
Oh,
Or you can tell what you typed in your calculator.
okay. I use I don't know.
Did you use 030 anywhere?
Yeah,
Cannot use, I said.
cannot use.
You must interpret that 030 for the price in 2007. So what will be
Mm,
the price in 2007?
is it like so?
Hmm?
Yeah,
You can get a direct value from it.
so can see.
Not clearly. Wait, why you put a variable?
It's 2007. 2007.
You can already interpret it. You see, to 2005 they give 180, right?
Yeah, 180. Yeah.
So then 2007 they say increase by 030. So what value you get? 180 plus 030, right?
Oh,
So you get 210. Then you apply to the price index formula.
Oh, the answer is B.
Let me check. Okay, very good. Yeah. So you know how to do it already, right? How to use the formula.
Yeah.
So you did 210 over 180 times 100, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that means you know that you must basic this value must come from a later year, 2007. This value must come from an earlier year, 2005. Then you get the answer, right?
Mm-hmm.
Correct, right?
Yeah.
So that's good. So you know number three. So we try one last question for today. Then we end. Okay.
Okay.
This one is okay, I think. Yeah, can. So this one is involving the percentages. So the concept of reference here will come in also here, which
Mm-hmm.
is 100. This one is 3 years, so be careful.
Okay.
So the one, this question is the long method. I thought you will use the simultaneous equation then solve.
Mm-hmm.
Also in the exam, when you get this question 3 years, right, try using a highlighter to highlight these 3 years so that you don't get confused when you are substituting in the info for each year.
Okay.
Or you can just underline if you don't have highlighter. This question I'm also testing whether when you get to the final part, right, whether you know how to inverse the value from one year to another. So
Mm-hmm.
I already made one option where you didn't, where you invert wrongly the value. So make sure you don't fall to the trap. Once you see this, what value you think you can eliminate at the which option?
Hmm. Mm,
Which one you think? Just take a guess.
that one is dropped by 20%.
Yeah, correct.
Oh, then it's A and B. Right.
So which one you think you will eliminate first?
A.
Huh?
A.
Okay, lah, can, yeah. So that's not the answer. Okay, you can eliminate this. So what's another one you can eliminate from here?
B.
Yeah, correct. Because this is the reference here. It's not going to be such a simple question because they didn't ask what is the reference here. So either this or this. Because you can notice, right? 10% increase, then it decrease. So that's
Yeah.
a resultant is decreased by 10%. So definitely has to be these two, either one.
So the answer is D.
Yeah, very good. That's quite fast. So yeah, this is correct. So yeah, even if without the long method also you can straight away notice already because there is a difference of 10%. So base 100 minus 10 you get 90. Okay. So very good.
Okay.
So open your camera for a while.
So
Wait now. I take the check box first. Okay. Okay, wait. Stop recording.